What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to this is now episode number 3. I don't even know what we're talking about today. There's so much stuff we have to talk about.
We have another guest.
We have a special guest on today.
What's going on, guys?
Joined by Liam Chen.
That is my name. That's what I go by.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Cue the sound.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like she'd be like floating down onto the couch with that sound.
Yeah. One day we'll have like ropes.
We don't have the
and
production
stuff.
value yet.
So who are
But
you?
if I get that in here.
My name is Liam Chen. I'm a senior film, television, media arts major. Been here at Quinnipiac for a couple years. Heading out this year, but yeah, that's from New Jersey. If anybody cares about that, judge me on that if you will. But yeah, that's me. We'll get into it now, I guess.
Yeah. So let's just start with that. How did you get into your major? Like, what was your thought process behind everything?
Honestly, starting off, I think the whole film thing for me really started in high school.
Okay.
Because you know how like most schools do like a PA morning announcement type thing.
Yeah.
We actually were fortunate enough. We had like a little TV studio.
Oh, that's sick.
And I want to say it was like my sophomore, junior year I hopped on that.
Yeah.
And honestly, at first it was like a required class, and I was just like, can we curse on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, like this is something like whatever. Like it sounded cooler than like going to a math class.
Well,
me.
yeah.
That's a given. But I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And then I did it for the class. Every morning, showed up, did the morning announcement. I guess I should clarify. So it was like a TV broadcast version.
Yeah.
You know, it just goes around the TVs on school.
That's sick.
But yeah, no, it was dope. You know, nothing crazy, but you know, just one camera setup.
But it was live?
Yeah, it was live. So yeah, I went
That's
to everybody
awesome.
around the school.
Cool.
And I was always more interested in like the behind the scenes stuff because you know there's people that would go on and you know do their whole club speech type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really liked being able to be part of the show. And then even after my class ended, I was like, yeah, this is really cool. So I just kept at it.
Stuck with it. Decided you want to
totally.
do it for your whole life. So.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, hey, I mean, I don't mind sitting here and pressing some buttons. That was honestly like my initial thought process, which is a little bit sad. But I was like, man, this ain't too hard. But then honestly, like you know, it definitely built from there. And I think what's cool about those opportunities is like it really helps you to build a respect for that type of stuff because. Going into it, I was like, yeah, this is just some, you know, you just sit there and point the camera at them.
Well, I mean, me and Tyler know a lot about that. That's all we basically do is sit there and press a button.
Yeah, no, but even that, like, it's so cool because it's like there's a whole art behind it. And
exactly.
There's so much to it that people really either just don't know about or don't respect, but it's really cool. And, yeah, it's definitely grown out of that for sure.
Dude, that's awesome.
Did you have any, like, because you're FTM, right?
Yeah.
So did you have any tiny little baby interest in like a film or anything, or was that just the kickstart with that broadcast class? Had it always been sort of an interest, or was it that was kind of like the one start?
I definitely think it's one of those things where like I would say that was like the kicking off point, like as far as like actually getting involved in doing things. But I think as far as like film and television and media in general, I think you know the age that we grew up in, it was definitely just flooded with all sorts of, you know, the internet and all that. And I think it really just grew out of an appreciation for like all that stuff and just all the content that like people were making back then. It was really like the beginning of like being able to just like put stuff out to the internet and make stuff, you know, like we're doing right here today.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm really fortunate for that. I would say also like my parents, I wouldn't say they're like huge movie fans, but they have good taste, you know, like it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, you get the dad lore where they just are like, you know, they'll drop a movie on you that like,
be like,
never
I was
heard
actually
of.
in this.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I was like a background actor in this in 1986. No, nothing that cool. I wish. But yeah, just like introducing me, I'd say like the classics. That's honestly like what I got from my parents. Like, you know, the Breakfast Club, like Jaws, yeah. My dad actually hates Jaws.
He hates Jaws?
Really?
Yeah, he's like, he told me he wouldn't go in the ocean after that, which is so funny too because like he loves the beach and all that stuff, and he'll go in the ocean, but he said like it's
always just in there.
Exactly, it's just in
away.
the back of his mind.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool too because it definitely showed me like the power that movies and that stuff have. That like, you know, especially because they were turning me on to like a lot of the classic stuff. It's like, you know, even as a kid, this stuff is like, 30, 40 years old, and it still holds up, and I still find it entertaining.
Yeah, that was like the beginning, really, of those blockbusters.
Yeah,
like, where they sort of just started to like emerge out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that, and I think just a sense of humor too. I think is part of it too. A lot of media and stuff that I like is funny.
Yeah.
And I get that again, I think, from my dad. So just like an appreciation of a whole bunch of things just culminating and kind of put me in the position I am right now.
Yeah. So last week we talked to Ziax, and
great guy.
Yeah, we talked about his experience in LA and QU in LA. So we were told that you did that too.
I
so
did.
How was that?
I did it before Ryan's.
Oh,
look at that.
Hey, you have competition.
Look at
now,
that.
Just saying. So,
not saying he trying to steal my swag, but no, I'm kidding. Love you, Ryan. You're the greatest. Yeah, man, it was really cool. Honestly, it was one of those things where, so I went last year, and last year I was a junior. I went in the spring semester. So this time
about a year ago.
Exactly, yeah. Around this time last year, I was in LA. And yeah, it was one of those things where like I always knew about the QU and LA program. It was definitely a draw when coming here for sure. But I think that it was like one of those things. It's like that's way off in the future. Because I definitely planned on doing it later in my college career, like not sophomore or freshman year.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the opportunity came up. They were Andres, the guy who runs the program out there in LA. He's basically like, I don't know how you put him. Almost like a babysitter, but he does way more than that. He's he makes sure that the kids don't die out there in LA.
Yeah, so. Makes sense.
And we haven't lost anybody yet so far, so we'll keep up that streak. Thanks,
good.
Andres.
So so in LA, like, what did it entail? What did you do? Was there anybody you met? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I got out there so basically when you go out to LA as a film major, you'll pick up an internship.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole, what the whole thing revolves around for the most part. So I was fortunate enough to get a internship at Tough Gong Worldwide, which is a record label that is owned by the son of Bob Marley, Ziggy Marley. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is really, really cool. I wouldn't say I was like the biggest Bob Marley or Ziggy Marley fan beforehand, but I think going in I was just so hyped to be working within the music realm, because that's something that like I'm definitely interested in.
Yeah.
Like that blend between video and media and music. That's definitely where I thrive. And just going like even before I got out there, I was just so excited just to like, because I had been out to LA once before, but it was like a family trip. And we were only there like briefly, so I was like, okay, I'm really gonna get to settle down in a new place.
Yeah, and enjoy California and LA and whatnot.
For sure, yeah, because the program's like 3 months, so you're definitely spending a significant amount of time out there.
Immerse yourself.
Yeah, totally, yeah. And yeah, then once I got out there and I started working, man, it was really cool. It was part of it, I think, was that made it really cool for me, at least, was that because it was kind of like a smaller independent label, I got to do a lot more. I got to interact with like I was literally at one point like working at Ziggy Marley's house, like sitting in dude's kitchen, like.
So like, did you meet him and stuff? And,
yeah,
like,
totally.
That's crazy.
Never got a picture though, and I have no idea how, because I would see him every day. I think I was just afraid to ask. But, not that he's like an intimidating guy,
but it's just like
super nice.
It's a celebrity. So
yeah, totally. And especially I feel like being in his house, I'm like, it just feels weird to ask for someone. And he's like going to like take a shit or something. Dude, literally.
Wait before you go.
Slide the phone under the door.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, literally. No, but he was a super cool dude. But yeah, just getting the opportunity to go out there, and especially like this time of the year.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it this year for sure with all the snow that we're getting. Yeah. Yeah, it was dope just to like be out there and enjoying the nice weather and everything LA has to offer.
Yeah. So 2 things. The first one, me and Pat saw all the Marley Brothers live in Connecticut.
No. Dude, I saw that show was coming too, and my boss actually texted me, and she's like, "Oh, if you want to go, like, we can always get you guys free tickets."
Yeah.
And I forget what it was, but I wasn't able to make the show, and I was so mad.
Yeah,
you know what? I think I knew that. I remember you telling me.
I probably mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal show. They did so good, dude, and I'm a big Bob Marley fan.
Really?
So
dude,
that gets to my second point. I'm from LA. That kind of music out there is just, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
people love reggae music out there. So you live my dream by being able to work with Ziggy Marley. Like, dude, that's awesome. But 2, how did you like LA? Like, did you like the scene? Obviously, the weather. It's completely different. The food's different. Like.
Yeah, it was definitely different because I'm from New Jersey, so like North Jersey.
You only eat pizza.
Exactly, yeah. I got a good pizza story about LA afterwards, or at some point. But yeah. So like, I'm used to like being around like a city environment. I'm not like right in the city, but I'm not too far. I'm there a lot. So it was definitely interesting seeing like the differences between the two cities. Like you know, they both have their big attractions. You know, like the big city vibes. But it was definitely like, it was different because I feel like LA is a lot, I don't want to say it's more walkable, or actually in a way I feel like it's less walkable because it's just not as packed like Manhattan where it's all on like one island. It's definitely a little bit more spread out. It felt weird going from like a suburban area and just being able to drive right into the city because I'm used to having to like drive over the GW or go through the tunnel or whatnot. So it was definitely interesting in that aspect. But honestly, just like the culture out there is just so chill. Especially compared to the New York culture where, you know, like, you know, the bird is like waving hello to somebody. Out there, you know, people were just way more kicked back, and I love that. You know, I'm not really an uptight person, so I think being out there definitely like jived with what I'm all about for sure. And just, I met so many people that would just literally stop me on the street and just like talk to me. And I'm like, that would never ever happen. If someone stops you on the street in New York, like, that's your sign to leave.
No, LA's just a crazy place because you walk down the street, you see a celebrity, then you walk down the street and you're like, I don't know, it's just some random person that wants to talk to you, and that's how it is. Like, you walk down Hollywood Boulevard, and that's how it is the entire time, and it does not change. So it's just such a crazy thing. I know when I came here so I'm like an hour outside of LA. Grew up in LA, moved to Ventura, which is like a beach town. If you went there, you'd trip out because it's even more relaxed. Like, everybody moves slow, talks slow, that kind of stuff. So when I came here and went to New York City for the first time, it was crazy. I had to walk fast, I had to talk fast. Couldn't like talk to anybody. If you held the door open for somebody, everybody you were with was gone. Like, it's just such a big culture shock. So definitely coming here from there, it's just
I remember one of my favorite things about moving like into school like the first semester was just like, because we met like 3-4 days into school, and it was just like seeing all like the culture changes that you weren't familiar with. Like, I remember the first like week we had a massive rainstorm, and then we were all like inside, like miserable, like the rain sucks, we hate it, and then you like ran outside and you're like, this is the first time I've seen rain in like a year. I love rain.
I didn't see rain in so long. And then you're like the rain smells, by the way, like your clothes are gonna smell. I was like, what? Why? I was like, that's just crazy.
Dude, that's wild. And I think honestly being at Quinnipiac like really prepared me for that too, because it definitely is like a, you know, if you're not ready for it, it can be a bit of a culture shock. I mean, I definitely think it's easier going from the East Coast to the West Coast than West Coast to East Coast. Because I think for a lot of people it's easier to chill out than it is for chill people to get on the New York level. But that's funny. And it's actually funny that you were excited about the rain, because I don't know how it was from by you guys, but we actually had like a super rainy couple months when I first went out to LA.
This was like last year, right?
And it was bizarre too, because they're like, you guys got here and just started raining, like it never rains here. And I'm like, oh well, that's great.
No, I remember like that time, or this time last year, that was like the one rain we got, and then it just stopped. And for me, it only rained like 2 days, and I was like, all right, cool. And it was like a drizzle, so I was like, whatever. No, but when it does rain out there, it gets bad. Like the schools start to flood, and you can't drive. There's this one street, I don't even remember, Channel, I think is what it's called. And people will drive their cars down it with like surfboards and boogie boards and stuff attached.
It's
and
the most
you just
California
fly down everything. No, it's crazy. That's what everybody does. When my dad was little, he tells me stories about they'll get kayaks and people would kayak down the street because it would just completely flood. But then it won't rain for another 2 years.
How deep did it get?
Like,
was it like
deep enough because there's no drainage system.
That
was put in place. So now there is. So that's why it's only like surfboards, because you can't bring it out. But
that's funny still.
It's just crazy. Like, it's just such.
That's just like every Wednesday here.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you guys missed it in 2021 at Quinnipiac. We actually had a good street surfing thing going on. the entirety of Bobcat Way flooded.
Oh my god.
Like even like Hep Creek like overflowed into the street. First of all, it was disgusting. It smelled so bad. But people were like dancing in the like water in the street, like swimming through it. I'm like,
that's crazy.
That's
it was vile, bro.
That's a little gross.
Yeah, but I was like off to the side watching. I was like, go for it. I don't know. I'll watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny, man.
Yeah. No, that water can't be worse than California.
No,
it's all the sewage and stuff that's in the ocean. Like, it's so bad out there.
Yeah. I wanna, cause you talked, you mentioned the music and video combination, or like film music combination. Is there any interest in like music video production, or like music within films, like composing? Like, is there any sort of side of you that kind of like sparks by that?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's one of those things where it's like a double-edged sword, because it's like so cool and I'm so into it, but on the other hand, it's like there's so much to explore, and where do I even start? Yeah, I think being out in LA definitely helped me a lot with that, because I definitely got to see a lot of the aspects that you don't really get to see, that like goes into, you know, music and stuff like that. I'm a big live concert guy, so I know like a decent amount about that stuff.
Yep.
But just like seeing the promotional stuff that goes on, when I was out there, Ziggy was actually going on tour. I want to say it was like Australia and maybe New Zealand.
Damn.
I think. And so I was responsible for like a lot of social media stuff at that time. So I was just like putting out posts and making content for that. I actually was fortunate enough to go to like a rehearsal that they were doing. It was really cool. That was probably like one of the highlights. Got to get some like footage and stuff there. So honestly, like a lot of that like behind the scenes promotional stuff like definitely interests me, because it kind of combines that live music and
like sort of content creation type side of it.
Yeah, and still like a little bit of like management stuff too at the same time, because you know,
because it's kind of like a brand.
Exactly.
Right?
It literally is a
brand that you got to promote.
Yeah,
stuff,
totally.
So.
Yeah, that was. I think honestly that I would say was one of the biggest things I learned, was like the brand side of things, because a lot of the posts and stuff that we were making was, you know, like push merch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even like concert shirts and stuff like that, like with the dates on the back, like it kind of all ties back together into like the promotion and even like some of the video stuff that we were doing, because I know like he was like, we had Ziggy like wearing one of the shirts we were making during
that's awesome.
That is during the awesome. What do you call it, the rehearsal that we were doing. So yeah, like it all really ties together in a way, which is really cool, because it's like there's so many different departments, but you know, they all gotta tie back into the common goal.
It all goes back.
Sell the music, you know.
That is awesome.
Yeah, but it's definitely dope, and there's just so many opportunities. And I see on here, do you guys do some concert photography stuff?
Yeah, so I was going to kind of segue into that, because I was going to ask you, because me and Sam do, we've shot some concerts around, like, I mean, you've done a couple up in, did you want to do one in Boston? Or it's just been around here?
Yeah, it's been around here. Some in California. I'm going to do one in Rhode Island.
Nice.
So,
so we do it for WKIQ, the radio here.
Yeah.
And they have their whole website where they do like articles and just like sort of photo galleries and stuff. So that's what we've sort of been doing. I was going to ask you, do you have any experience like in that, like just strictly concert photography, like not a lot of like branding, but just like going to a concert, experiencing that, capturing it, and then using that for something else?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say like I'm like a professional or like any that level, but I think to an extent, I guess, like, you know, a lot of it's just for personal stuff, but I'm into like local stuff too, so I've had friends that like you know, they'll just do like a local show and I'll come and take pictures, but anything bigger than that I haven't really done. But it's definitely something that an avenue that I'm definitely curious about going down. I was actually considering joining WQAQ this semester, believe it or not, a little late, but what do you call it? But I just had so much stuff going on this semester, it didn't work out. But yeah, I totally like, I love that org. They're so cool, all the stuff that they get to do with music, and that's awesome that you guys are getting out to take pictures. You go to New Haven at all to take any pictures?
Yeah.
So I've been to 2 shows here, and then I just went to one over the weekend. But because I need to get out more. He gets out a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like
you're gone. Sam is gone like every weekend.
Yeah, he's got 3 concerts a week set up. He's like juggling all these pictures and stuff.
Well, yeah, I got awesome. every athletic event going on campus. Damn. I go take photos of whatever concert I can go to. Like I'm going to a concert on the 18th, I think. But then I have weeks where it's like I'll have a concert and then 2 days later I'm gonna leave for like Denver with the lacrosse team. Get back 2 days later, I have another show, and then it's spring break after that, which I'm doing photos in California during spring break.
Damn, that's
so
crazy.
I like am just back to back constantly. But I like doing it. So
it's so fun.
Yeah,
that like might as well do it and get that experience.
Exactly.
And it's just fun too.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so great about like the whole line of work, especially with music. If you're a music lover, which I'm assuming you are, you're going to so many concerts and stuff. It's like it really is like you get to like experience the stuff that you love and capture the moments. Exactly. I think that's what's so cool because it's like you'll go to concerts sometimes and you'll see like even like the photographers sometimes like rocking out and then take a picture. But it's so it's like you really are getting to experience something you love and then kind of doing your own thing with it. It's an awesome field.
And it's sort of like what you do when you combine like your music passion with the film passion and like the marketing passion. It's just like with the music and the photography. It's just those two together. But it's great. And I went to a show with my older brother over the weekend. This is like one I was going to talk about. We went to Hippocampus.
Segue.
I know, right? Look at that. Smooth.
Self-insert.
We went to oops, that's the wrong button. We went to Hippocampus over the weekend in Boston at the MGM at Fenway. It was great. I only had heard like one of their albums before, but I like their sort of style of music.
What type of music is it?
It's, I mean, like short answer alternative, but like
it's phenomenal music. Listen to it.
I mean, alternative is
such a broad. I can't really.
Can you compare it to anything?
I can't really compare it to anything, but it's sort of.
We can't play this.
It's not mainstream.
Yeah, how much?
We get 3 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
No, you can't.
Yeah, hold on, give me a sec. I'll find you 3 seconds of a song.
But like the thing was, I went into the show and I didn't really know a ton of their music. My brother had gotten me into them, and I wanted to go, but I hadn't known a lot of their music. But it was such a fun experience because like we're in the pit, like everyone's around us. The bass is going crazy. Like they got guitars and stuff. It was amazing. I brought my little point and shoot camera. It's not like a big deal. It's not like a big mirrorless and stuff. But it's like one of those small ones with like the little toggle zoom thing. And I got some good pictures.
Yeah, they look
good. So
arguably
fun.
Some of my favorite Tyler photos from concerts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude. That's kind of what I do sometimes when I'll do like the small shows. Because you can get like right up in there and
because like they don't allow like the professional ones. But like if you bring that like. I mean, a bunch of them were super noisy and stuff, but you just do denoise that on Lightroom, and it's just like they turned out really well.
Yeah,
so, like,
they looked like professional photos.
So I was super pleased with that, and it was a cool experience just to sort of like just to go enjoy the concert, but then every once in a while just pull it out of my back pocket and be like, "That's fun, let's do that," and then just go back to like just to the concert.
Yeah.
Hey, cut the camera to me. Cut the camera to me. Pat, put it right here.
Put the best one.
The best one, Tyler. It's the one. Which one is it? The vertical one. With all the lights behind
the smoke.
Yeah, put that one. It'll be like
banger.
That.
Yeah. We'll see how I feel when I edit it.
But I love those photos, especially for really a point and shoot. Like that was
honestly, I love point and shoots. Like they got a charm to them. Honestly,
and they're convenient too.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been having so much FOMO the last couple of weeks with like you guys doing all the pictures. Like I was talking to Sam the other day, just like shopping for a camera.
I'm telling you, get the one I have because they have the new generation of it, so it's cheap.
I know, but after I bought this MacBook, it's just like I don't have money anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
What is money?
It kind of sets you back. I mean, that's worth it though, especially
because that's what
especially like after
you guys do photography, I do like post stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, it makes
nerd. Buy a camera. No, I'm kidding.
But wait, what do you have? What's yours?
I have a Nikon D3400, I think.
Okay.
And they have the 3500 now. So instead of spending $1,000 on a camera, you'll spend $500. So
but then it's the lenses. Like if I want to if I want to do like basketball games with you guys, like I need a good lens.
Well, the bodies are honestly cheap compared to lenses. Like once you get into the photography, like hole, you're like it's just lenses, and they're super expensive.
Yeah, like the one I want that you have that we were talking about, the cheapest one for my camera is $1,000.
$1,000 lens.
Damn.
Like I dropped $2,500 on the camera and then the kit lens and then another $1,000 on the lens, and it was just blew a hole.
Yeah,
but worth it.
100%. Okay, so while we're still on music, can we talk about the Kendrick halftime show?
Woo!
Like
it was good. Liam didn't really like it.
I thought.
I mean, talking about it yesterday.
So this is an opinion coming from someone who's not like a Kendrick fan. I'm not a Drake fan.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not like that big of like a modern hip hop fan in general. But I thought Kendrick's like his actual performance, him performing, I thought he did a great job. I thought he was awesome. I thought he was, rapped everything good. He did his little innuendos here and there.
Yeah.
Which I thought it was hilarious. That was the part that I didn't like.
You didn't like the set?
I didn't like the set, no. And I get it. People have made the argument. They're like, it's Kendrick. He's not going to do like a big stage thing like Lady Gaga or whatnot, which I totally get. The thing that like pissed me off the most, I think, was the tarps. They just look so cheap on the field.
Oh, the street thing?
Yeah, like you can see the gaps in them.
That's true.
And
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, I mean, that might just be different point of views, like production, film point of view,
exactly,
compared to like our point of view.
The way I look at it is Kendrick doesn't give a that it's the halftime show.
Yeah.
Like
no,
he was there to tell like his story.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, but it's still like a big
He doesn't care.
Yeah. Well,
I think most of it, honestly, like you could have rolled out a huge stage, but like while I saw like one super quick clip of like something like them like setting it up or taking it apart to bring back, and they were just like rolls. They were just like rolls of like that fabric-y like kind of weird tarp thing.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it was either he doesn't care, or it was just like easy.
Yeah.
And it was just like convenient because you gotta get in and out really quick.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
and then maybe that wasn't even him.
I feel like for Kendrick it's more just about like sending his message rather than putting on a show.
Because the whole halftime show was a message from start
to
end.
It was very targeted.
Yeah, like
totally.
with Samuel Jackson being Uncle Sam, like everything he said, everything he did was just a message.
Totally.
And even with the tarp, I still enjoyed the street, the sort of like the street vibe you got with like the street lights and like the wide street. It was very like California.
Yeah, because then that brings you into LA and to Compton and whatnot, and what life is like with like guys just kind of hanging out on the street.
Yeah,
how it's not. I mean, that whole song, the song he sang during it, is a whole message about how it's not necessarily safe and whatnot. Like that's part of. I don't remember which song it was. I just saw a TikTok where I was like talking about it, but like that's why he did the whole street setup, because the song's talking about how it's not safe, especially for people of color out there, because there's so many things going on. Which I thought that was cool because it puts you right into Compton, even though you're all around different parts of the world. So yeah,
it's cool. Honestly, that gave me definitely like a new perspective on it for sure. Still not a total fan of this, but I think I definitely I see that. Honestly, I mean, I was like I was definitely watching it, but like I'm not the biggest football fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Samuel Jackson part. Yeah, thinking back on that now, it definitely does kind of. I think that did tie the narrative he was going for together a lot.
100%.
And I love Samuel Jackson, so
it was just dope
Sam.
to see him.
Yeah.
It was weird. I was like, because his voice was the first thing we heard. I was like, is that Samuel Jackson?
I love how he was just trolling Drake the whole time too.
Oh yeah.
Because Drake's whole thing was he said like he would sue if Kendrick like.
Yeah, he was like,
on the
should we
Super
play?
Bowl.
I don't know. Should we play it?
Yeah.
Well,
we'll slow it down first.
So I'm gonna put this into perspective for you.
Go ahead.
Kendrick Lamar is my number 2 most listened to artist on Spotify, so I'm very big into Kendrick. The girls that were talking, where they were like, "Are you actually gonna play it?" Like that was the people that did the like vocals in a song called King Kunta, which he wasn't allowed to play in the Super Bowl. That was the one song they said not to play.
Damn.
Oh, so there was that symbolism too.
Yeah,
but he also had Serena there who like dated Drake.
Yeah, it was Drake's ex.
He had the lowercase a chain, which like in music means A minor.
Yeah,
dude, that's crazy.
There's so many hidden things that were crazy.
Yeah. What was the controversy with that other song? Why you couldn't play it?
It's a very political song, so they want him to stray away from politics and just play music, I think.
Gotcha.
But all Kendrick is politics. That's what he talks about all the time.
I mean, that's what the performance ended up being.
Well, yeah.
But then everybody's all like the people that he targeted at are just like, oh, this sucks. Like, who put this guy up here? Like, who is this guy?
This is the worst Super Bowl halftime show.
Well, literally just before this, it was like I was watching a TikTok and it was the end of it where he was playing TV off, and then the dude's like, this is so bad. What is he doing? It's a rapper nobody knows. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's like he's this is like for you.
Yeah, I was like, that's
like,
his target
listen.
audience. Yeah, no, I thought it was great though.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was the best one in a while.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so while we're on the Super Bowl, we had a lot of movie trailers.
Yep.
During the commercials.
Yeah.
They showed them like in the beginning. Really, they didn't really show any in the back half.
Yeah, it was very front heavy.
Yeah.
Especially for trailers.
But the notables, we had Thunderbolts, we had How to Train Your Dragon, and we had Jurassic World.
Yep.
So what do we think?
Were those the only 3?
Well, there was more. But it's stuff that's already been out. That we really know about.
Those are my notables. That's what I could remember.
Yeah.
I think they played that like the little snippet of the Thunderbolts, and then they released the full trailer online.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
Have you watched the full trailer yet?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
It was solid.
I have not seen it.
I still haven't watched Captain America either.
Has it come out yet?
I mean, Fantastic Four.
Oh, the trailer?
Yep.
That's all right. That's fine.
I mean, that trailer's like a minute.
Yeah. That's all right.
It's a lot of time these days.
I thought it was I thought it was crazy in the Thunderbolts trailer when the guy was like turning people into shadows.
Yeah, that was insane.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was just like disintegrating them, and they were like turning into shadows on the ground.
Yeah.
I really like the tone. I really like the tone of it. I really, because I mean it said it in the words or whatever. It was like not heroes, not super, yada yada yada.
Yeah, it's like
so they're trying to play on like the anti-hero and like kind of like normal people, like kind of like what's the word, like operative or whatever, I don't know, but like just sort of like these like misfits that kind of band together as a team. So it's like that Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But good. Hopefully,
yeah.
I'm excited. It looks good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm really excited. Just from what I saw from the Super Bowl, like that little snippet, I'm ecstatic. Like it's gonna be so good.
I thought How to Train Your Dragon looked awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it looks really good. I don't care. Like you can say like
it's shot for
it doesn't
shot.
need a live
like
action.
A remake,
it's the same director though, so it's like they're gonna do a good job with it.
It feels more like. And like it's not that this is bad. It just feels like it's just like a passion project for him because like you said, same director.
Like he came out and said like, oh, it's not gonna be one for one. Like it's gonna be similar, obviously, but like it's gonna tell its own story.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like a shot. I mean, it kind of will be a shot.
Like it'd be one thing if like Zack Snyder came out and was like, oh, we're doing How to Train Your Dragon, but it's the same director. I forget his name, but it's the same guy who did the original, so it's gonna be faithful.
Yeah,
which is good because like I wouldn't want someone else to come in and just for like money or something.
Yeah. Or I mean, it definitely is a money grab.
Yeah, for sure.
It was definitely like the studio was like, oh, we want you to come back and do a live action.
Yeah. I guess my question with that is, do you think it like necessitated a live action version, or do you think it was?
I mean, I think like
I mean,
you want to get real dragons.
Like, it would be a cool story to tell in the live action with the scale of it and everything, especially if you see it in a theater with the screen and stuff. And I mean, a lot of it's nostalgia because like I love that trilogy.
Yeah.
And so that works for fans, but then also like with the live action remakes of like Lion King, all these other like sort of animal CGI type stuff, it's like they have the tech to do it now.
I feel like
a lot of
people would be more partial if they used puppets, like how because the newer Jurassic World movies used puppets, because that's how they originally did it, and like it still holds up.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it necessarily needs to be live action though. Like I think. Like what you were saying, it's all nostalgia. We all love the movies, and we love watching them as a kid. That we're gonna watch it now, and I mean, it's not gonna be one for one, and that's the story that we love. So it is gonna be changed. It is gonna be live action, and it's just I don't know. I think it'll be a good movie regardless, but I don't think it needed to be done. I think they could have done something else.
I think it'll be a nice thing for the fans, but I don't know how many like new people will be pulling in with it.
Yeah, it does look awesome.
Yeah, but we'll see. Yeah, no, I will. Did
you see the shot with really the huge ass dragon with the fire?
I was excited. Like they showed the test flight sequence, like when it first flies Toothless out, and it was super fast. Like that's what we want. Like in the original movie, it was like so fast, like you don't even like see it happening. Because Toothless is so fast. I thought that was really awesome.
I'm just hoping that holds throughout the whole movie. Like it doesn't change at all. Yeah. So
it was also go ahead. Sorry. All right, I'll go ahead. I was gonna say, get cut off, buddy. No. Yeah, I did think it was funny though because when I was like first watching the trailer, like I wasn't really paying attention, and I thought it was just like a new How to Train Your Dragon movie because when the dragon came in, all I saw was that. Like I didn't see the, and I was like, something like looks a little bit different. And then I saw like the actual live action actors. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, yeah. But it didn't even, like, catch my eye at first because I was just like, Oh, it's just another one.
It's just a dragon.
But no, it's definitely, it looks really good for sure.
I am also excited. It's the same the guy who played Stoic in the original movie.
Oh, same guy.
It's the same guy who's playing.
I feel like you need that.
Gerard Butler.
The voice.
Yeah.
You need that.
He's gonna be really good.
Yeah. What were the other trailers? Or what was the other notable one?
Jurassic World. I forget what else. They didn't show Superman. They didn't show Fantastic Four.
It's gonna be a good summer.
It will be.
It might have just been those 3. There's probably more, but I forget. But yeah, Jurassic World looked really cool.
How are we feeling with Jurassic World? Because it's like the third or the second reboot.
Yeah. So it's the same universe, but it's like, so they had Site A, which is where like the original park was. Mm-hmm. Site B was where that was
like the Chris Pratt.
That was that was the Lost World.
Okay.
The second one, like the older ones.
Yeah.
When they went there and there was all those dinosaurs there, and then this is Site C, which is kind of like the island of like lost toys for the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
It's like the Misfits.
Really exploring all the concept of dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Misfits are there. So in the trailer there was like a shot of what could be like a 2-headed raptor, like a genetic failure.
Oh, damn.
The main like
just
villain.
That one fucked up. We'll just send it to that island.
The main villain in this one is called like the D-Rex.
Is that the one that they're like based on a Rancor?
Yeah. They base it on like the Rancor, like the Xenomorph. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be like this genetic failure of like
just all of them combined into one.
My theory is it's just like a T-Rex that's just like failed to clone correctly.
Yeah.
But it looks really scary. And I'm happy they're kind of tapping into more like the horror aspects. Because the book was like a horror movie. Yeah. Like it was meant to be a horror movie, and I feel like we never really got that like Jurassic World like horror. Yeah, it was always more of like a blockbuster kind of thing.
What's that one where they were like auctioning off the dinosaurs? That was Jurassic.
That was the second Jurassic World.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, because that one I felt like tapped into it a little bit if I'm remembering back.
But it's also like they want to appeal to like kids and whatnot. Yeah. They want to be able to sell toys. But I feel like we like really deserve like a faithful like horror Jurassic World movie.
We got to bring back movies that scare the shit out of kids. I think that needs to be on the top priority for America.
I definitely think there's gonna be like a bunch of dads that take their kids to go watch this movie, and the kids are gonna be mortified.
Dinosaurs, they're gonna be nice.
Yeah,
Chris Pratt.
I fucking love dinosaurs. So.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be a great movie. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for all the movies.
And Jonathan Bailey's in it. My mom has a crush on Jonathan Bailey.
And the Spinosaurus is coming back.
Call her again and talk to her about it.
She'll watch it.
Yeah, like I was saying, I'm excited for all of them. Yep. I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, summer's gonna be stacked.
Summer, yeah.
I think like Fantastic Four, like Superman, and like Jurassic World all come out in like the span of like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be sick.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna start in a couple days, and it'll be Brave New World, so that'll be cool. Like Captain America.
Yeah, well,
we have to get don't you dare. We gotta get those tickets. We have to see it.
We'll see it. But yeah, I mean that just starts the movies coming out, and what is that now?
I'm excited for Sinners. 5 days. Have you seen the Sinners trailer?
I have not. No, what is that?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
It's a Michael B. Jordan, or it's Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan again, and it's Michael B. Jordan plays twins, and it's a vampire sort of like movie kind of
it kind of looks like Django with like vampires.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's like based in the South, and they're like they Michael B. Jordan and his the twins that he plays are like vampire hunters.
I'll be back.
Oh God,
Sam was leaving. He just quit mid episode.
He was so offended by your Captain America.
He's out. But no, Sinners looks fun. I'm excited for that. And I don't know, that first trailer that I saw, some of those shots were just gorgeous. Like they got fire and they friggin' slow-mo like guns and shit. It was so cool.
What else is coming out?
Like the modern cinematography is just
pull it up.
Keep talking.
We should definitely keep talking about this, but I am interested to know what olive oil heist means.
Yeah, I don't even
there.
That's
olive
intriguing.
oil heist. Wait, is that your thing? Is that your question of the week where it's like what would you steal?
No, this is a real thing.
To make you there's an olive oil heist.
Olive oil heist. We'll get there.
Who's stealing olive oil?
All right, I won't push it until you're ready, but I'm excited for that, man.
I'm trying to look 2025 movies.
Let's see.
The Monkey.
The Monkey.
Oh, Megan 2.0.
Oh, fuck no. Do you remember that movie? It was
it's like the weird Chucky ripoff. Not ripoff, but it was some weird doll.
One.
Yeah.
They're doing another one.
Yeah, I don't even know how the initial one was received. I didn't really pay attention.
It's got a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Damn.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, sometimes the IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, you gotta like average them out in your head because it's got a 6.3 on IMDb.
Yeah.
Well, it just depends, like if it was a fan service or like a critic service, because they're both different. Like Rotten Tomatoes is more critics.
That's
right?
why I was
and
like, yeah,
IMDb is more.
Yeah, I usually like average them out in my head because I'll take into like critical, what do you call it? Words. Yeah, what? I don't know.
Oh, the Led Zeppelin documentary comes out next week.
Dude, you didn't listen to my readers this week. I already covered that.
I did. Mickey 17. I'm really excited for that one. That's the one with Robert Pattinson when he plays the guy that like.
Oh, I've heard of that.
He dies and then they clone him and bring him back to life.
Damn.
Oh, Ken's back.
I hate when that happens.
We're looking at upcoming movies.
Oh, what's upcoming?
Mickey 17.
Mickey.
He's back. He's back.
Have you seen the trailer for Mickey 17? The one with Robert Pattinson?
No.
And he plays like this kind of space like soldier type of guy, but he dies, and then they just keep cloning him and bringing him back to life so they can like.
Guys, I've never even seen Interstellar, so.
Damn.
No.
Oh, dude.
Get out. Get out. You need to leave.
Yeah, I don't really watch space movies that much.
I was gonna say yeah, because the guy dies and gets cloned in the military.
Oh, Minecraft comes out in April.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
One.
Man, I want to see that, but like, I just gotta like go in with some. I don't even know.
Low expectations.
Yeah.
Just low.
And I think it'll be good.
Are those all the notable ones? Wait, Zootopia 2 in November.
I did see that.
Wicked 2, or not Wicked 2.
Yeah, I'm in May right now. Mission Impossible.
Wait, in November?
Yeah.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
We don't have to wait 5 years like we have to wait for the next Spider-Man?
No.
Oh, 28 years later. That's a good one. I don't know if you guys are
I've
horror
heard
fans
of
at all, but there was, what was it, 28 Days Later?
Yeah.
Was just like, it was like a zombie film from the early 2000s, which was
that'll
really
be
cool.
sick.
It was like a sequel or a spin-off?
No, it was an original film.
No, this
this is.
One,
I think it's like a sequel, I believe, from what I remember. But the original had Cillian Murphy in it, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, that'll be sick then.
Yeah.
Guys, Pat just found one called Freakier Friday.
I don't even want to know what that one's about.
Freakier Friday. There was one up there that had some weird.
It's Freaky
name.
Friday, but freakier.
You know the movie's gonna be fire when it doesn't even have a picture.
Yeah. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in December.
Damn.
That'll be dope.
That'll be fun. Oh, Avatar 2. That's coming out this year.
The fire one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're making a sequel to the. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, wait, for what?
The SpongeBob movie?
This
You're
is.
talking about Avatar?
Oh, okay. I'm thinking that it's the other Avatar.
No,
like
no,
it
no,
looked. It looked like the font from the
New
other Avatar.
SpongeBob movie.
That's
Hell yeah.
crazy. That would be wild.
All right, well, we're on this topic.
Patrick, I would love for you to explain the olive oil.
Olive Oil Heist?
Oh, I was going to say Invincible since we're talking
Yeah, let's
about
get to
all
this.
this
Yeah,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's do Invincibles
We'll
then.
get to Olive Oil Heist.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'll give you guys a little insight. I have not watched Invincible, but I will participate in the conversation.
Me neither.
You watched
I've done the
the
first
first
episode.
You told me.
Same. So okay, so
Yeah,
we're on the same page.
We're
There we go.
one down.
So we got the cool guys and these nerds that have seen the whole.
So have you watched any of it? Like,
So I watched the first episode, and I don't even know why Omni-Man killed everybody. So
Dude,
Okay.
it was he switched up so fast.
He
I
did.
was like, dude, what?
I'm like, dude, I know people just like that.
They had all these
wait,
cool
real
powers.
Real quick, Pat. During editing, you need to put there's gonna be spoilers.
Yeah, you can give spoilers too.
Yeah, spoiler
obviously, if
warning.
you're talking
Well,
about.
they're not gonna watch it, but to everybody
Yeah,
else.
If I get around to it.
We need a sound effect for the spoiler alert.
Just bleep it
Okay,
out.
so
I thought you were going to ask me to put like the picture of Omni.
oh yeah, hey,
like,
Omni-Man killing a bunch of people right here.
You know the picture I'm talking about? Where he's like,
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
like squatting.
Omni-Man BBL photo.
Oh, I didn't even know that's what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure that's what this kid's talking about.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hey, put that on the
I can't show
screen
Tyler.
right here. Hey Tyler, when you
This
watch
is the
this,
thumbnail
you'll see.
for the video. That's great.
All right, Pat, you start us off. Invincible season 3.
I think it's awesome so far. I'm
Yeah.
really excited.
Yeah. I think it's good. My favorite characters died though, so
Rest in peace, Maulers.
yeah, they've been like a crucial part. Not really a crucial part, but they've just kind of been there for everything throughout both the seasons. And they're just like, kind of bad guys. Hey Tyler, what are you eating? Cut it to yourself.
He could not wait. He's
cut
fiending over
cut
there.
it to yourself and show.
I turned it down, but it was still like loud.
You want to throw me one?
Yeah.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
catch it in your mouth. No.
You bastard. Yeah, put the camera.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Come on. These are like different flavors.
Somebody clip
Woo!
this. Somebody clip that, please.
That's one of our promotional ones.
Yeah.
That's great. One shot.
All right,
Alright.
back to Invincible. So they die, and Oliver's just like, my bad.
Yeah.
It was an accident.
You see the look in that motherfucker's eyes? That shit was not an accident.
He did not
was moving
care
like King
one
Von.
bit. No.
He was over there torturing guys, man.
I see, you know the picture of it's like the meme on TikTok where they'll put like the gang with like King Von and they'll just put like Oliver's face over it.
It's funny as f. But did you guys see that when he killed? I think that
didn't
was
watch
episode 2, right?
No, I haven't
3.
seen that.
That was 3. So
That
basically,
was season 3.
Oliver is like the youngest superhero, and nobody thinks he knows how to use his powers until he goes and kills both of these guys, and he tries to save like his brother, and he flies through this dude and then punches the other dude's face,
and
like,
his face
flies, like his head flies off.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
He sounds like Jack from like The Incredibles. So he's just like
control
just some
himself.
innocent dude,
Yeah.
and he just starts dropping bodies.
Yeah, and then his name's Kid Omni-Man, which because Omni-Man's his dad, and Omni-Man's
He
the one
named
that,
himself Kid Omni-Man?
Yeah.
I thought he was invincible.
Well,
No.
there's Invincible, and then there's Oliver, who's like his little brother.
Oh.
So he's like the youngest one out of
I
all
gotta
of
watch
them.
this damn show.
Yeah, and he named himself Kid Omni-Man.
And then has the
that's so
audacity
weird.
to say it was an accident.
Yeah, I was like, bro, be for real right now. That's crazy. Yeah, I like it. It's good.
You
I
get the
can't
blue
wait for the
suit?
next episode.
Because you
Yeah.
haven't read the comics, so
No.
you don't know what's.
I was
what's
straying away
gonna
from the
come on.
comics, so I didn't know what would happen.
Yeah, I know I honestly kind of wish I didn't read the comics because like I know what's gonna happen next episode.
Yeah.
Like I read like the episode descriptions and I'm like, oh, like this episode is gonna be like the Invincible War and like this one's gonna be this and that.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting until the show's
Yeah.
over.
But still, I
and then I'll
mean,
read it.
like it's like a book into a movie, or
Right,
maybe
yeah.
not, maybe less so for comics.
But
and
it was
stuff.
fun because
But like it's it's visual, like you get to see it now.
because you get
It's-
to look
it's,
forward to it. Like
happening
when
and stuff.
episode or when season 2 is coming out, like so one of my favorite parts of the comics was I Thought You Were Stronger, and when that like the build up to that was really fun because like when that finally happened, I was like this is one of my favorite like that page. You know the page in the comics where. Yeah,
I
like
know
that page in the comics is like one of my favorite sequences in the book.
Put it right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Me
get
and
that
Tyler, like, I
exact
have no
page.
idea what we're talking.
I don't know what page he's talking about, but I'm assuming it's the one where it's the whole thing of art. Like
yeah.
the page
when
is just all
when
art.
he killed Angstrom Levy
Yeah,
in the comics.
Yeah.
But it's just like that build up. Like I know it's gonna happen, so it's like it's almost a little bit more exciting to be
Yeah.
able to kind of look forward to it.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, you guys should watch it. It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It's really
It's
good.
really good.
I would say it sounds like I would like it. You're talking about like characters like you're like, oh, I know this guy is gonna die, but I kind of like him. I'm a big Sopranos fan, so I feel like I would totally like get behind that because I'm just like used to just being like riding with the character for so many seasons and then they just get killed.
Yeah.
Well, it was so like for me, they were like bad guys, but they were never like that bad.
They were like goofy.
Yeah,
they were
true.
just
Yeah, I
kinda,
guess
like,
They
it's
just acted in their own
He
interest.
killed. I just killed a person.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
biggie.
Yeah,
Oops.
and then they
Oof,
just
whoops.
died, and I was like, damn, like why am I more sad about this than like some of the superheroes that died in this show? I was like, what? But yeah, it's great. So
Fair enough.
Awesome show. It's definitely I'd recommend 10 out of 10.
yeah. So
10 hashtags out of 10.
10 hashtags. Oof, that's a good rating.
so your heist.
So
Yes.
Olive Oil. So I was looking this morning because I had my topic set and I was just on YouTube and I saw a video about this olive oil heist in Montreal that happened a couple days ago. So it was just this like delivery truck that was delivering olive oil, and because you know olive oil is expensive.
Yes.
It's like insanely expensive.
Like ridiculous.
It was like they stole a. I don't know if they stole. No, they didn't steal the truck. They stole 100 pallets of olive oil for like $1 million.
Damn.
That's insane.
But they stole it like out of the truck.
Wait,
because it
wait,
never
was
got
it was it worth $1 million, or was it did they take it and sell it for $1 million?
like worth $1 million.
Okay.
Because they're probably just gonna upcharge it.
Yeah.
But they just like because they said the olive oil didn't make it to the destination, so they probably like it must have been like an inside
It
job or
disappeared
something.
along the way.
Like it must have been at like a truck stop or like a trade over, like because they took the pallets out of the truck. I don't see how else you can get that.
Oh yeah,
done.
how are you?
That,
So it
that
had
sounds
to
like
be-
an inside job.
yeah, it had to be an
That
inside
sounds
job.
like an inside job to me.
This semi leaves the plant and a pickup truck comes back and that's all that's there. No olive oil.
Diddy's
Wait, so
personal vehicle.
no CCTV or anything?
No, they
It
had
was just
CCTV, but
okay.
like they had like masks on and stuff, so you can't see who it is.
That's crazy though. Yeah, like that much. And how do you like even turn that around? Who are you like?
But this is not the first time this has happened.
There's definitely moms that need olive oil. Like,
yeah.
There was another one in September for like $2.5 million.
I don't want to buy it. I'm gonna steal it.
Dude, that's crazy. Imagine stealing $1 million worth of olive oil and it's like not even the most in like a couple months.
There was also a couple days ago there was an egg heist.
Oh my god,
what is happening?
It was Pennsylvania because I did it for my. You know how we had to submit those news stories for storytelling? Yep. I was like, this is the egg heist. That just happened. It was in Pennsylvania, I think. It was like 100,000 eggs got stolen out of like a truck.
Stealing everyday ingredients is in for 2025.
Yeah.
Guys.
I'm just imagining like you ever seen the first Fast and Furious movie? When they like
I was just trying to remember like when did that happen? I was like I've never seen it.
I think it's the first one. But like they like go and they do like this whole like crazy like heist on this semi truck like as it's driving, and they steal like all these DVD players and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
I'm just imagining like the truck didn't even stop. Like they were like offloading it while it's moving. There's like a shootout going on.
They opened it up and like magneted like the olive oil out
the
of
cops are on them. They like open up some bottles to like use the oil slick.
Like,
they drive away. They're like, we did it for family.
Familia.
It's like when you drive over like the oil in Mario and you like spin out. Yeah. You're just like pouring the olive oil onto the road.
Have you guys seen
this?
About that? Have you seen the reel or like TikTok? I don't know what it's actually on anymore. I've seen it on both. There's a car driving with a cop chasing them, and then a car pulls up next to them, hands him a thing of oil, and then they throw it out the trunk, and then the cop like flies off the road.
No way.
Yes, I was no way this actually works.
I know.
It's
that's
so
like throwing
funny.
a banana just like
and you actually fall. Yeah. I don't know. I thought that was like the funniest thing ever. I saw it, I think like yesterday actually. So
damn.
But yeah,
one charge of fleeing and one charge of tomfoolery.
Banana heist is next.
Honestly, probably like bananas are hot commodity.
Yeah, man.
That reminds me. Today I was walking back from Cass after my 12:30 class, and I walked past two girls that were wearing the exact same outfit and both eating a banana.
Really?
Like next to each
crazy.
Other. But they were different people. Like they weren't twins.
And were they like friends? Were they like talking to each other?
No, they were just eating their banana. I was like,
wait, but like
this has to be a simulation.
Were they with each other, or were they like two?
No, they were walking next to each other.
But
so
like,
do you think they knew each other?
They were together.
Okay.
They were wearing the same thing, and they were both eating a banana, and they were not twins.
That's weird.
I was like, this has to be a simulation.
It's just a glitch. It's just a glitch.
I was like, maybe I didn't get enough sleep last night.
Yeah.
Maybe one's just eating an apple, and you were just like, wait a minute. That's weird. That's creepy.
If it was like gym clothes or something, that's like that makes sense because everybody wears like almost the same exact thing to the gym. But if it was like everyday regular clothes,
it was like a black like quarter zip.
Damn.
Oh, so they were just walking around.
But they had like the same color pants on, and they both had a banana. It was really weird.
Crazy.
I don't know. I feel like as a senior, I got to start doing that. Just like with people.
Dude, just leave your mark.
Yeah, just like do weird stuff. Just like walk around.
You know what you should do? You should get a golf cart and like cue cart trivia.
Okay. Yeah.
Drive up to people and just be like, hey, you want to be in it? And then just like drive them somewhere and leave them there and be like, just kidding.
You know how the cue cart guy was like, oh, answer these questions and I'll take you where you want to go.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, where do you want to go? Oh, I want to go like to the Bobcat Den. I want to go to the Rat. You just drive them like to Cass.
I drop them off on like Whitney.
Push them out and just drive away. Like, you fool.
Dude, that's crazy.
That'd be crazy.
That's insane. Olive oil heist.
Well, okay, so what do you guys think is gonna be stolen next? What foods? You had eggs, olive oil.
Eggs.
What's expensive?
If you had to steal a food, how about that?
Yeah.
All right. If you had
what
to
would
steal
it be?
a food, what would it be?
Dude, probably like. No, it's not food, but like Advil. When we were at Target the other day, I had to get Advil, dude.
Damn.
It was
Yeah,
like
that's
$10.
expensive.
Yeah,
that's starting a drug empire.
Dude, that's crazy.
Upsell it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what I would steal. Yeah.
That's like, and then after that, it's cocaine.
Zero to hero.
Yeah.
The hell? I don't know. I would steal. It has to be food, because like SD cards are very expensive.
No, just food.
Just food.
Is it what I think is gonna be stolen or what I would steal?
What would you steal?
What would you steal?
What food would
If you're pulling up on a truck and you can like see on the side it says like what's inside of it, like
Dude,
it's like
Oreos.
a Coke truck. Yeah.
I was telling Sam earlier when we went to Target the other day. I bought like a whole sleeve of those golden Oreos, but it was the double stuff.
God.
I've been chiefing them. I ate like 15 yesterday night.
Dude, oh my god. Yeah, Oreo sleeves, like any cookie that comes in a sleeve like that, it's just like
It's
meant
like I have
to like
eat more.
make you feel bad.
It's like I look at it. And
Wait,
it's
what's this? So it's not the normal like.
It's like the pack when there's like 3 little.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's more
so
like
it is
yeah,
that.
like a a slot thing, and I'll just like go through a whole slot, and be like, who am I? Why did I do that to myself?
No, you know what's bad? It's like the circus animal cookies that are resealable, because I'll go through half a bag and be like, shit, and then just close it and put it away.
For real.
That's bad.
I think if I was gonna steal something, it would probably be like
olive oil. We got him.
Yeah, olive
He's
oil,
the
guys.
one. He's right there.
Yeah, you guys haven't asked me about my weekend yet, though. Yeah. What else is something that's like worth a ton of money that like you wouldn't expect
that
to be?
That you would like
avocados.
want to actually steal?
Avocados,
I don't like avocados. I feel like we
I would
talked about this
sell
already.
them. I hate avocados, but I'd sell them.
True.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah. You make so much money.
Guys, I have a good plan for this weekend. If you want to come on.
Let's hear it.
Avocados.
I think you know what it is.
We're just getting.
We're jacking a truck.
No, I'm trying to get you to admit it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's on video now.
Yeah.
Just be guys.
I'd probably steal a bunch of. Like, I want to go with a fruit.
Bro would steal sun butter.
I hate sun butter.
Tyler's going through the
Gross.
fruits right now. You have like 4 options. Like, what do you guys?
I'm like, not that truck, not that truck, not that truck. I go like raspberries or some.
Okay. Moving on.
I'm scared.
Yeah. That was the olive oil heist.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got on here.
Why don't you tell us a little about Q30? We'll run back to
Q30. Okay, yeah, we'll go back to Q30.
Yeah.
So basically, my role at Q30, me and Patrick, we actually have the same role. We're both assistant producers.
So
thinking about my caps.
Associate producer.
Associate assistant.
Pat's particular.
Same thing. But yeah, we're associate producers for #that, which is the entertainment show on campus. Do entertainment news. Just covering stories from all over pertaining to entertainment. But yeah, we basically, we get there early before the show, set things up, do all the graphics, help people with the script. Basically just kind of helping the show operate, but still under the supervision of Mr. MKF and Joe Flynn.
MKF.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got some of the responsibility, but if stuff goes wrong, I get to point at MKF and say, help.
You can put the blame on him.
How'd you get into Q30?
I actually got into Q30 pretty late.
Turn this into the Zydcast.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you.
The Patcast.
How you got into Q30?
Patcast.
What do you call? What was your question again? I'm sorry.
How did you get into Q30?
How did I get into Q30? So yeah, I joined a little bit late. I actually only joined last year as a junior, but it was something I always knew about, something I was always interested in, but it kind of just never really lined up. I was just kind of had my priorities in different places at my freshman and sophomore year. But I was actually talking to Ryan Agnello, who is actually right outside, or he was earlier, who was I'm really sorry if I misquote this and I say his position wrong, but I think he was he wasn't the president last year. He had a e-board position last year for entertainment in Q30, and I knew him through classes and stuff, and I was like, hey, I'm interested in getting involved, and he's like, yeah, come to a show. # just happened to be the show that worked out best with my schedule. My
kind of how it felt
junior
for me.
year. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I just loved everybody that I was working with. It was super cool. It was a really welcoming environment, and it was like exactly what I was looking to do. And I think the fact that I just happened to do #first just worked out, because I think that's kind of where I would have ended up being.
I think # was just also appealing because it's the only show that goes on at 7.
Yeah.
And all the other shows go on at like 9:30.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember in the beginning of the year, I was in # and QU Tonight, and it was QU Tonight. It was just like, we had meetings in, no hate to QU Tonight. You guys do a great job. But it was just like not for me. It was just like late, and I would be getting out of the meetings at like 11, and
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely it's a time commitment for sure. But yeah, I think that's why I'm really happy where I am now with it, because it's like it's a time commitment, but I feel like it's worth it for me, and I'm really into what I do there, and I like the people that I work with. You obviously being one of them, I guess.
He's all right.
He's all right sometimes.
Do you get paid to work with him also, or is that just us?
No, just you guys.
Shoot. I wanted to see if we're the same boat. So.
No, I'm working on it. My paperwork's still going through on that.
All right.
But
let me know when it gets processed.
Yeah,
we can
I think
work
your
together.
dad, he's sending me a check or so for your parents.
Yeah.
Occupy Patrick for 3 hours every week.
But yeah, no, it's been a really good experience. I think honestly, just meeting people has been the biggest thing with that, because I've always had like friends around campus. I've always known people, but yeah, it definitely took me a while to like get into making friends with like people.
It's awesome for connection.
Yeah, for sure, and that are like, you know, doing the same thing as me, because a lot of my friends were health science and stuff like that.
Especially people like Diax, like just getting like close with him and getting to know him. It's just like every week he's asking me to like help with something. And it's just
totally.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and it's just like when he goes off because he's a senior and he's working for stuff, like that's just a connection it's great to have.
Mm-hmm.
With
Yeah,
like
absolutely. Yeah, that's a huge part of this. Like the industry and stuff is just it's really who you know, and that's another thing. Like even out in LA that I learned. I got to do like a bunch of really cool things just through like connections that I made out there. Like this is actually really cool. I had one of my bosses who he wasn't Ziggy, but he was like one of the people that worked underneath him. Yeah. He like knew about this, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like almost like it's like a house party, but it's also like a musical event where they have like just like anybody can come up and just play. Yeah. But it was like really cool. It was like in the hills, so I was like looking over LA. It was dope. Sick. So obviously that was more of like a, you know, just for fun type connection thing. But yeah, just the things that you're able to do through, you know, talking to people and doing stuff just like this, it's incredible. And you know, it's really encouraging to see that we have like a good community.
It's just a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
I mean, you also probably learn a lot about yourself and how your personal creative process like kind of meshes with other people and like how that kind of develops.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, just like having so many creative minds in one place is huge.
Yeah. I can definitely look back too and see like the beginning of the year, like my first package I did compared to like the one I did like this week. Like it's such a quick like shift in energy and like just experience.
Well, I definitely think we're also at the right place for that kind of stuff, because Quinnipiac has so much that you can do. I mean, there's Q30, WQ2. Yeah, there's so many like opportunities for you that if we never did this podcast, we probably would have never met. But because I'm WQQ and you're Q30, but now we've met through just the podcast. That thank you Quinnipiac for setting this up.
Thank you. And Patrick.
Jeez, we're just
but
give us our check.
Exactly. But it's like now that's just another connection I have from another media source on campus, which is crazy.
Yeah,
it just keeps going down the line. So
for sure. Yeah. And I think I think honestly a big thing too is like just the internet and stuff like that. Like I know it's probably been said to death, but like just like even like a short interaction you have with someone, like it's really easy to like keep in contact. Like even Zayax, like I really only met him last year for like a little bit, like a couple times during hashtag, and then we just like kept in contact like when I went out to LA and came back, and you know we kicked off with the podcast and doing all this stuff. And it's crazy the way that you're able to like.
Now you work for the Zeitcast.
Yeah,
exactly.
Do you work on it?
I do. Yeah, I do pretty much what you're doing right now.
Okay.
For
way better than me.
Nah, no way. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely cool the way that you're able to just build on those connections and stuff, and I love it too, because it's like you don't need to be reliant on like, you know, they're great, these tools, but like relying on stuff like LinkedIn, you know, because that stuff is really important for, you know, especially once you get established, building credit and stuff. But like, I think some of the biggest things are honestly just the people that you meet.
It's just really
face conversations.
Yeah, because it's like you can only learn so much through looking at someone's LinkedIn. You know, you get to build those personal connections that you wouldn't get to have either.
It also just goes to show like how well everybody gets along, just because like there's no like professors or like higher like communications figures that run Q30. Like it's entirely student run.
Student run. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and it's crazy like what we're able to accomplish. And I honestly, you know, one of my favorite things about it is like really the duality of it, because it's like very organized, it's well put together. You know, everyone's able to do their show every week. But I also do kind of like a little bit of like the disorganization of it, because it's like the broken TVs, just all that stuff. Because it's like everybody, you know, is doing their best with the limited knowledge that we have. Because you know, at the end of the day, you know, even me as a senior,
make mistakes.
Yeah, I make mistakes. I don't know what's going on.
It's just very
most
rhythmic.
of the time.
I feel like that helps a lot of people grow though, because it's just you guys learning how to do it. There's no like, this is exactly how you do it. It needs to be regimented in this way. It's let's just go do what we're gonna do and figure it out from there.
Sure.
I mean, we definitely have a structure.
Well, yeah, but it's not like what you were saying. There's not somebody that's higher up that's saying you have to do it this way. So it gives you room to grow and figure out how you actually want to do the work.
Like, I mean, even the way that we run our show, is just so much different in September than it is like now.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
You definitely get to like have your personality shine through with that, for sure.
I think that's just what I love about it. It's just like, because I mean, I know since I've come in as a producer, like I've pitched ideas and like the other producers have pitched ideas, and it's just like the show is just, even week to week you don't notice it, but it's just constantly evolving so much. Like even
we were literally just talking about this with photography, about how just from the start of the year to now we've noticed such a drastic difference.
Work. Like even yesterday we had just like a small little tweak in like how we run one of the segments on our show. Yeah. And it's just like you don't notice it now, but like
in the long run,
Totally. Yeah.
That's it.
It's all about improvement.
Exactly.
All about improvement, baby.
All right, do we want to get into our question of the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
End it with that.
So question of the day, I was gonna do a day in history this week, but I couldn't find anything interesting.
Yeah, you said there were a bunch of lame days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The entirety of history, nothing interesting has ever happened.
Do you remember anyone though, just like to kind of throw out there quickly? Or
there was some stuff about like terrorists, and I was like, I don't know if I get into that.
Yeah, maybe we don't touch
the
that
one thing we said not to get into is like politics and stuff like that.
But I mean, Friday's Valentine's Day.
So. Yeah.
So happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Here's some stuff about terrorists.
Play the pink one.
Oh wait.
All right, so question of the day. If you had to pick an extremely inconvenient superpower, what would it be? Like nothing, like...
What do you mean inconvenient? Like you don't get to control when you use it?
Right. Like something like that.
Oh.
It's like every time I burped, like olive oil, like...
Is that even...
got stolen or something?
Every time I get on the highway, I have to rob a truck that has olive oil in it.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, officer. It's just my inconvenient superpower. Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like the way that I'm thinking about it would be like you have a cool power, but it has like a really
like a drawback.
Yeah. Like you're able to fly, but like by ripping ass.
2 inch
fucking hates you.
Well, there's a movie that my dad loves. I don't remember what it's called, but the dude gets his superpowers from drinking. So he has to drink in order to be able to have superpowers.
I think if I had
fuel.
Exactly.
If I had to pick a really inconvenient superpower, it would be I would have like a really good sense of smell. Like I could smell anything.
Oh god.
But I would have to, in order to like smell things, I would have to, you know, when you like you smell a pie and you like float around through the air.
That's how
you would you just hover right to that.
Yeah, it's like you just like your butt's in the air and your like hands are down and you're like floating around. Like that's how you activate your power.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Spider-Ham or whatever his name was from the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
It was the pie. Yeah.
That's my inconvenient superpower.
I feel like mine would be I can run really fast, but only to the liquor store. No, I'm kidding. No. Man, I feel like there's just so many good ones. That I can't even think of.
Laser eyes, but they only work when you look at somebody right in the eyes.
So it's just like a connection.
Yeah.
So like if you look at someone, like you're guaranteed gonna blind them.
Yeah, like you have to talk like this, and it's just that. Like that's the end of it.
His head explodes. It's like whoops.
Wait, here would be a really bizarre one. Like, if I shake someone's hand, like they instantly trust me. Like they're automatically like,
that's cool.
Like you're like you just have like most powerful like confident handshake in the world.
But
like one out of like every random 100 times you accidentally like crush someone's hand completely when you shake their hand, and they just like do not fuck with you because of that. Understandably.
Tyler,
trust you.
Do you have one?
I feel like whenever I get to a staircase, whenever I get to a staircase, you know those little like things that you like sit on, like if you're an old person and it just like rolls you up.
Yeah, the Acorn stair lift.
Yeah, that would appear out of nowhere, right? And I would have to go up it, like I'd have to use it, or else the stairs like turn into like a ramp. So I would like fall down.
Oh, so that's like your only way up.
Yeah. That sounds like something that like somebody could invent.
How does that benefit you like at all?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Going down the stairs is going to be easier, I guess.
It's just
going to hurt a little bit.
It's just inconvenient power. My power is that it just shows up out of nowhere. So I'm like, I got to use this now.
Dude, imagine you're taking like Natalie out for dinner and you have to walk upstairs and you're like, hold up, let me get in my chair real quick.
Sorry, I got to go.
So romantic, I know.
Just sit on my lap.
Step onto my chair platform.
My chair lift.
Oh my god.
That's a good question.
Think of more now.
Good question.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to think of like 100 like going to bed tonight.
Like,
better ones.
Yeah. All right, well.
I guess the thing I would like to plug for anybody to check out if they're interested would be, I just put it here, Denouement. That's my capstone film. That I'm
okay.
So, do you want to talk about that for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, you know, we can talk about that.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I'll redo the plug at the end.
We're at 109.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, one of the things that I've been doing that's been taking up a big chunk of my time this semester, in the best way possible, is a capstone film. So film FTM majors, your final project is to make like a short film, like 15 minutes around there.
Okay.
It's got to be fully financed by the people making the film, which is us, the students. You know, we go to different locations and stuff like that to film.
Yeah.
So, you know, it sounds basic, but there's a lot that goes into it.
It's kind of it's complicated.
Yeah. Movie, like. Yeah. So
all that pre-production and stuff.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the phase that we're in right now. We're getting ready to film at the time of this recording in about 3 weeks, I'd say. So it's definitely coming up. But yeah, pre-production has just been, it's a lot. From budgeting to finding actors to you know, locations, but thankfully we've lucked out a lot on all that stuff. I guess I should explain what the film is.
Yeah, go for it.
That would make sense. So it's called denouement, which is a French word, which is fancy because it's French.
What is it? What does
so
it
mean? Denouement means the end, or like the end of a story or the end of a journey. Okay. So basically, it's about like a cowboy, and we pick up right after he did like a big final heist. So I guess you would call it more of like a
did he steal the
oil heist? He very may well have English.
Close enough.
No, he did not steal the olive oil, but that might be in the sequel.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think. But yeah, it's basically just his journey getting home, and he just has a lot of interesting interactions. So definitely a lot of like outdoor filming. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff in the woods. Definitely for fans of like The Revenant, Hateful Eight, maybe a lot of those like you know, like more modern westerns.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be cool. So obviously it's not taking place in like the desert or anything. It's gonna be shot around here. But yeah, we're definitely going for like that old school western vibe, which is definitely. You know, I know people have done it in the past, but I think we have an interesting take on it. So, and that's all I'll say about it for now.
I have a question. Just
go for it.
What? So your role, right? You're directing, I would assume.
Assistant director. I should have got into that. But
is that the only thing? Like, did you write? Are you doing like? Talk a little bit about like what sort of your role is.
So I'm the assistant director. So I'm responsible for like a lot of the scheduling, as far as like when we're going to be shooting. Putting together like a breakdown of the script, right? So we get the full script that was actually written by our director. And I basically just have to break it down for like, I'm basically the logistics guy, although everybody is to an extent.
He's the nerd.
Exactly, I'm the nerd. Yeah, dude, I literally do have to do that during meetings sometimes. Like someone will.
This won't fit into our schedule.
Dude, literally, and I feel like.
Well, that's the job, though.
Yeah,
like,
no, it is.
You're budgeting time, and you're just like you gotta organize all this stuff. I mean, like if not you, who else?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
no, but important. It is funny though, because I'll be like, people will like make a suggestion. I'll be like, actually, based on. If you look at page 3 in the script, that's actually not gonna be possible. It's gonna ruin the continuity, and like all that. But I love it at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my role, kind of just scheduling, making sure everybody's on the same page, kind of being like that middleman between all the departments in a way. We have, so the other people that work on the film, or the other roles, I should say, we have a director. I'm not going to name everybody out because it's just, it'll take too long. People got long names.
He doesn't remember them.
I remember them, I promise. If you're watching this, people from my capstone. We have a director, I'm the assistant director, we have a sound person, cinematographer, assistant to the cinematographer. Who else we got? We got a producer, sound person. So, you know, we got an 8-person group.
Crew.
So, yeah, it really is like one of those things where, you know, not quite on like a full film scale, but it does take a city in a way. You know? There's a lot of
roles. A lot of roles to fill.
So, you know, it's been a great opportunity just getting to work with people in like, in a way, new environment. Because I've done films in the past, but nothing really on this scale or this level of professionalism with financing and all that stuff. So
for sure,
I'm really excited to get into the actual filming. You know, that's going to be the fun part for me. But yes, all the setup and everything has been really cool, and it's just been great getting to work with a really solid group. And denouement, get ready, May 2025 around there.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, put it right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Denouement. All right.
Well, that's sick.
Wrap it up.
Thank you guys for listening this week. This episode will be going up on Friday. I guess it'll already be up by the time I hear this.
Yeah.
So every Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in for a new episode. YouTube, Spotify, purely PST. All our social medias are going to be linked down below. Liam will be tagged if you'd like.
Yeah.
All his stuff will be there. Go check everything out. Make sure to follow so you don't miss any content announcements, any short clips. Every Friday, noon PST, EST.
Yep. And then look at Instagram. That'll be down below. Updates almost regularly. Yep. So
little clips here and there.
All right, thank you guys for listening this week.
Yeah,
See you next week.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
Bye. Ready?